It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the boys and the silver and black. And it's all up next.
In a city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And we're off and running in Las Vegas. Has this at the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for. That's why you often see some mix, some high-percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Now for the first time, they turn to the rookie from Texas. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Ferguson there to bring it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. 1st down, here's Dak. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
1st and 10 from the 41. Prescott here from the gun. Throw secured by George Pickett. And they bring him down around the 34.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
2nd and 3 now. Now a give on the counter. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
He has the 1st over the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. He puts some power on it, deep one left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Throwing again is Dak. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's the one they should have run instead.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. From the left hash, 34 yards away. Gay's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Tyreek McAllister now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So here come the Raiders now for their opening drive. They're led out by someone amidst their second act as an NFL QB. He was a second-rounder back in 2013, Geno Smith.
When Geno Smith won Comeback Player of the Year, it was really hard to find another comp. You know, the NFL, we love to always compare and contrast guys from different eras or project them moving forward. But there just were not many stories like Geno Smith, who just waited and persevered a decade in the NFL before he flourished. But what came to life finally was just the arm strength, the accuracy, the playmaking ability that was there at West Virginia, and it just took some time and maybe a little love from Pete Carroll at that time to really elevate his confidence and elevate his game.
Second down now, 7 to go. A play fake, now Smith to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And that is a touchdown! The Raiders just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. And a lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders won up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. Dallas sending its offense out for the second time this game. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. 1st and 10, Prescott. shot, Lamb, and it's complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. Throwing on first is Prescott. Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out, just needed one more step to reach midfield. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. Now a give running right. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. We'll hold up for a moment. Snap back in some pain after the play. Training staff headed out there to work on him. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Dak now from the gun. He's on the move. He's gonna tuck it and run. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
And it's a nickel look by the Raiders. Third down coming up. Running for the marker with Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 4-point game.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
Second drive coming up for the Las Vegas offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Complete here to Bowers. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Malik Hooker with the tackle.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Looking slant route, complete. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Smith on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Smith. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. We're back and excited to start this 2nd quarter. You excited? We're excited. Raiders in a nice spot here to put up some points. They'll try and punch it in. Is in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders now lead by 10. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders drive their lead to 11. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cowboys about set to take over. And they find themselves trailing by 11 as they take over down 14-3. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. Completed here to Pickens. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. To the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the 32. It's taken in by Lamb. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Throwing with a blitz on the way. It's caught, Ferguson. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Another throw for Prescott. This ball's cut by Pickens. This is ahead for about 5. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Dak throwing again. Toward the sideline, and he's got Pickens. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for a No hesitations from Antonio Pierce here. He's got the challenge flag out. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Working from the pistol, Prescott. Hits him on the out route. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Tossing right to the short side. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. Gets it to him on the screen. And this one does not go far.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They'll run for this. And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Cowboys make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's a return from the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
From the 28. That one's on the mark. Jacoby Myers. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. First and 10 from the 41. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. He'll get this to Tucker. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brought down by Deron Bland. Third and 4 coming up now. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It's only 2 on the pickup, and they remain 2 yards shy as it brings up 4.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Nice punt here, up and angled towards the sideline. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The Cowboys returning their offense, and this running back to the field. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Cowboys driving ahead. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. 1st down, here's Dak. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. Big gain downfield. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. It's a 31-yard play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. And a man is there to knock that away.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
They'll throw it again. Ferguson's got it, complete. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Throwing on 1st is Prescott. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we watch the Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Offense to the line for second down. Trying again, following the sack. Throw complete to Lamb. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop. Let's see what they went with on third down. Prescott here from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down.
Awareness. That's what I call it, okay? Awareness. You got to have a game awareness and understand the situation. Third and long, you should never take a sack. Put the ball in play or throw it away, but don't take a sack in that situation.
Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. He better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. We're at halftime here in Vegas. The Raiders defending their building thus far. Now we're on to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman ready to bring us the EA Sports Halftime Report. All yours, Coach. Take it away.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for, with both these teams in it to win it.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. McAllister now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Out come the Raiders. They'll have it first to begin the third quarter. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. He'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's a Vegas first down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
First down, and they go right back to him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the gun, Smith. This ball's cut by Bowers. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first.
That was a whole lot of hoofing it all the way across the field before the 2. Tight end and QB could find a window in that zone to get him the ball. He had to earn that catch in every single yard that came with it.
On first down, they'll run. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They go play action. Here's Smith. That's incomplete left side.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Shotgun snap to Smith. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
First down from the red zone. He's on the move. Now here he goes. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. A play fake, now Smith to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he will score! Touchdown, Las Vegas! The Raiders grow the lead coming out of halftime. Geno Smith with a touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders grow their lead to 8. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Option give here. The field for them before being taken down.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off, but don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon and give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys start the second half with some needed points. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
The Cowboys offense remains on the field. They're going to line up and go for two here. He's throwing for it. And in a tight game, they turn to the run, and it rewards them with two. We're all tied up. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for two. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. McAllister now to return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Raiders and this running back headed back out for a new series. And this is an important drive to get momentum back after that touchdown tied things up. Blown back gets the handoff. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. The tackle made by Mozzie Smith. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Smith to the air now. Complete here to Bowers. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, and you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
Has the first, but once more, he's past the 45, and he's brought down at the 44. It's a 21-yard gain, and that's a Vegas first down.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, you get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Back to the well again. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They give it to him again. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
3rd and just 2 to go. Another carry for him. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. Still has room inside the 15. And he's finally taken down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing off the play fake here. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Carlson now to add one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. 1st and 10, Prescott. Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Give now to the running back. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun is Prescott. Hits him on the in route. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Here's a give up the middle. And he takes this down to around the 39 before he stopped. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Dak now from the gun. That throw finds Pickens. And they bring him down around the 34. Pickup of 5 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
1st down, here's Dak. It's caught, Ferguson. And he's tackled for a short gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Dak off the play fake. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Here's a give on 1st and goal. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. They're running again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He manages a couple, and they are right on the verge of it. 3rd and goal from the 1.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Fullback trying to power it across. And he's in for the touchdown. The Cowboys now trailed by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back.
Score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Raiders back on offense, led out by Geno Smith. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also, he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Smith in the pistol. He'll get this to Tucker. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Hand off to the back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
1st down, ball at the 36. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down.
New set of downs is not off to a real good start here, Kate. And I know every yard counts in this league, but that lone yard, it's not going to really change what they're thinking about doing here on 2nd down.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Man, that was a chain mover if you would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60+. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Dak to the air here. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he'll get it up to the 27. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Cowboys don't want to see this one go to overtime. 2nd and 3 now. From the 27. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running. He'll look to throw it. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running. Back to throw. Completed here to Pickens. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Here he is to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. They go with Williams on the counter. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. So a big kick coming up for Brandon Aubrey. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
You know what I love about that, Kate? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And look at this return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Raiders back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Setting up to pass. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys make the play that should win them this game.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. They run out still in possession of a 3-point lead thanks to the efforts of their defense, Brock, and now a chance to run out this clock.
And you do not want to put your defense back on the field in a tough position and needing another stand to end it. You take control of it. You make sure that defense is rested and celebrating, and hopefully you can pull out that victory formation. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And they got the field goal when it mattered most, and that kicked the difference in the game and what lets them leave here with a victory. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Cowboys are winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.